Hello, my darling Fumi Nation. How are you? How are we? My name is Fumidesaluvold. For those of you that are stopping by for the very first time, you are so very welcome indeed. A lot of you sent me messages about the Nicki Minaj situation and Megan Thee Stallion. And to be honest, I didn't feel like doing it because I just don't care for the negativity. And then it occurred to me that, Fumi, you know what? Nobody is really saying anything. They're just reporting on it. And it's bigger than Nicki and Megan. It's all these young girls that look up to them. It's also the barbs that take matters into their own hands, as well as the stallions, and doing things that are really, really unforgivable. And I said, okay, you know what? I will say from my perspective, I am truly disappointed in the two of you, in Megan and in Nicki. You are such beautiful, talented women. You could do so much with your influence, with your time, with your talent. Just the other day, I posted about 10 or 12 children that are missing. And there are so many children that are missing every year. And their parents wake up to this torture and torment where they have to relive this nightmare. And they don't know if they will ever see their children. The two of you are on a global platform, not just in America, but all over the world. I am here in England, I'm here in London, and the news of the two of you and your shenanigans is all over the world. I suggest that you take a leaf out of Beyonce's page because I have never ever seen her behave like the two of you. Nicki, you are closer to Beyonce's age, so I feel that you should know better. Why? Because you've been in the game, in the business, much longer than Megan. Not every invitation do you have to open the envelope and attend. Just because somebody says something about you does not mean that you need to respond. No response is a response. I have practiced it, and that's what I do. I don't respond. Do you think I don't get negativity? Yes, I do. I just don't respond to it. I'm above that. I am so above that. I have a wonderful life. I have a wonderful family, and my career is thriving. I've got good friends. My mother and father are still alive and healthy. I'm 55 and I'm healthy, and I enjoy what I do, and I have the freedom to do what I want whenever I want. Why would I respond to negativity? Why would I do it? Why would I do it? Why should you, Nicki? Megan is your younger sister. She can mouth off and say whatever she wants, really and truly, because you see, until you respond, it's out in the air. Nobody cares. People can talk. And as we all know, we have very short attention spans. This is hot now until something else comes out, and then that's the next big thing. You don't have to respond to Megan, as hurtful as it was, referring to your husband, Megan's Law. Might I add, not to dim anything, but Nicki's husband at the time this thing happened, he was 16 and the girl was 16, and he had no right to do what he did. This was not a 27, 30, 40-year-old man running after a 15 or 13-year-old girl, just to clarify. But still, it's in the books. Hence Megan's Law. Hence, wherever he goes, he has to make sure that he registers. And Nicki and her family and her beautiful son, they have to live with that and find a way to navigate responses from people who want to go low, like Megan. Megan, you had no right. You bring out a song, Hiss, with a white snake. You can't bring out an album cover that is completely out of the norm. Something that is fresh. Something that the young girls, your fans, that you take money from, yes, because they buy your albums, their parents buy your albums, they patronize whatever collaboration that you are doing, they do all of that. And so you set a standard and a responsibility because you are a celebrity. A celebrity is what? A celebrity is somebody who has talent, who is well known, and more often than not well liked. But you are ungrateful, the pair of you, because you use that platform, you abuse it, and you attack each other. Why? Why? For the public to see and poke and gear and have conversations. And let's have a diss record because, you know, I want to respond to you. How about you just stay classy and not respond? Why didn't you just do that for a change?
Bitch really tried me today. Like, actually tried me. You know what? I really wanted to clap back, but then I thought to myself, why waste your time on someone who isn't on the same level as you? Bitch, the only thing I have time for is, you know, to live life, enjoy myself. I mean, look at me. I'm well. My skin is glowing. My career is thriving. I'm making that coin. What? I only have time to laugh at a bitch who isn't on my level. You don't even know me, bitch, but you want to come for me. Oh, honey, that's jealousy.
Nicki, you quarrel with Mariah on American Idol. You quarrel with Cardi B, and you're a phenomenal talent. I will never forget. Was it 2010 or 2009? I forget. I was in New York City. It was a summer's day. And I went downtown Soho. I was in Midtown. I also went to the Upper East Side. And your album was pumping out of stores, out of cafes, out of restaurants. You were everywhere. It was as if you turned the city pink. That's how much we loved you. That's how much we love you still. That's how much of an icon you are. But you can never be on the top all of the time. There will always be this talent that will come and change the game because the world changes. The music has changed. The rap has changed. All of that. But you want to sit here and waste your time that you'll never get again and then be dissing each other. Why? That is how Biggie Smalls and Tupac are no longer here. The East Coast, West Coast, this, that, and the other. And I got the opportunity of meeting Biggie. I met him at a nightclub in New York, and the nightclub was called Life. And as I was standing talking to him, Brad Pitt walked in with Robin Givens because they were dating at the time. And Biggie was like, hey, shorty. And I was like, I'm not short because I didn't understand the lingo. I had just come from university in London and I was now modeling in New York. And I was sharing an apartment with Shauna Neely and Cherie. They were my roommates, also models. And we were all at the club that night. And so Biggie was very intrigued, this black girl with this accent and a completely different perspective. And I did not know who he was. And I remember calling him Smally Biggs. And he said, no, mama, it's Biggie Smalls. And he invited us to his recording studio. And all three of us went. And it was a wonderful evening. And I cried when he'd lost his life in Las Vegas. I will always cherish that time. Why do we do this to each other as women? We're supposed to support, and if we can't support, keep your distance. You are so fortunate to have and do what you love. And because Megan came out and said Megan's Law, Nicki, you decided for 20 minutes to go out there and respond. Don't come for my family. Don't come for this. Don't come for that. Of which I understand and I empathize. But that is where you protect. And so you don't respond. But you had to go low and mention her mother that has passed. And so now, Megan's mother and your father's resting place has been compromised by the Barbs and the Stallions. It's a shame. That's all I really truly have to say. It's a shame that we don't learn. It's a shame that you don't have people in your teams to advise you. And Nicki, if that really upset you, then you go to your publicist, send out a press release in a civilized fashion. But they can say anything. Sticks and stones will break your bones, but names will never hurt you. You don't have to, you think that I have to have this street cred, so I have to respond. You know what you have done, Nicki? You have only magnified what Megan has done and given her more fan to her fire for her tour, for her summer tour, and brought to light what your husband did in the past. By you responding, because unbeknownst to you, you have this small focus. You're the biggest star. And the biggest star has given platform to this. You are the biggest star. Because when Megan said it, I did not know. We didn't hear of it per se. It was when you responded that everybody came together. Might I add that we don't even know the whole story. Apparently word on the street is that you're not happy that Megan is friends with Cardi B. You can't control friendships, my darlings. I have friends that speak to people I don't speak to. How do I feel about it? I limit what I say to my friend. I just do. But am I going to stop talking to her or be nasty to her or say one or two things to her? No, because there is cause and effect. Why did Megan say that about you? There's a reason of which we do not know, of which we don't have to be in the group chat, in the WhatsApp group chat. But you've all come out here and you want the public's opinion and input of which I'm doing, of which I don't like, when I can be doing something else, much more productive with my time. I mean, Pat McGrath has come out with a revolutionary way of putting on makeup, and all of a sudden all beauty influencers and enthusiasts are awake, including myself. I am living and loving. I would love to do that. Or talking about 10 ways of how to be classy and elegant and have etiquette and how to behave and perhaps how to respond to negativity. You let me know. Perhaps maybe that's what you would love for me to do, than for me to sit here and be talking about Megan Thee Stallion and Nicki Minaj fighting back and forth and all of this nonsense. I don't know if you noticed, but my earring fell off, so that's what I'm getting. I wake up every day, I put on my makeup, I get my hair done, I wear my little outfits, you know, to come here and record. Then I edit, put in all of the inserts. It's a lot of work. I do that every day. And then I exercise and I eat my salads and I speak to my managers, agents, you know, in South Africa and in Los Angeles. And I plan for my tour and for my brand. I have productive things to do. But instead I'm sitting here talking about you guys and not positive things of what you have achieved, and yet you have achieved so much. You have to have mental hygiene. I was talking to a girlfriend the other day and she had brought that up and I loved it. Mental hygiene. Detox from everything that does not serve you. You will be amazed at how your life will flourish and how much more time you have on your hands with your husband, with your son. And perhaps, you know what, put purpose to power, Nikki, and you go out, you and your husband, and have charities or have documentaries, conversations about what happened. Make this your power. Don't let anybody beat you down or touch on those soft spots or those sensitive aspects of yours. Perhaps the best way is to educate. Perhaps the best way is for your husband to come out and say, I did a terrible thing, and for that I'm truly sorry. We are a forgiving society. But if you continue to attack everybody and anybody that throws a sour peach in your garden, you're going to be redirected and distracted from what is important in your life. Mental hygiene is so important. Megan, it's not necessary. You don't have children yet. You just had this instance with Tory Lanez, of which and of whom he's now serving time because you got shot in the foot, because you run your mouth. And here you are again. Don't ever bring a knife to a gunfight. What you said to Nicki hurt her because you went below the belt. And she went below the belt too and brought up your mother. And your mother has no dog in this fight. Be careful what you do. Because when you sling stuff around, it can sling all the way back and ricochet right between your eyes. Because you are showing and posing to be somebody who is quite troublesome too. You knew the bomb to drop and then you're just sitting down, and you knew how effective it was going to be. And Nikki, that's the point I'm trying to make. She dropped the bomb and she has not responded since. But you have been rattling off ever since. And it shows how frazzled you were by that one thing she said. No, take purpose to power. Make that your power. Don't ever have a weak link. That's my strongest advice. Anything that you are accused of, or you are told that you are this, that you are that, make it your power. Hold the reins and make that your power. Take the power from them and turn it around so that it benefits you at all times. Then you don't have to respond to Megan the Stallion and her stallions. But what do I know? I'm just a middle-aged woman living in London who is not in the rap game. That could be true. But I have experience in this life. I've lived longer than the two of you. That's fact. And so I've seen a couple of things more than the two of you. And because of that, I can clearly say, I don't want the younger girls to be influenced by this. I don't want them to go to school, to universities, and feel that this is the way that they have to settle their beefs. Translation, their quarrels, their arguments. I don't want them to learn that. But you don't seem to understand that you are looked up to, and you have a responsibility to all of the people that look up to you, to the Barbs and the Stallions, because they patronize you and they buy your records and your albums and your clothes and they emulate you and all of these things. And you come out with this. It is the deepest ingratitude as far as I'm concerned. That's all I have to say. I'm not impressed. I am not what? I'm not impressed. Auntie is not impressed. I'm not impressed. I expect more from you. And I expect more from you, Nikki. Calm down. Calm down. Move on with your life. Enjoy your son. Our children are young for a very short time. And after that, they grow big. They get taller than us. And that's it. Ignore her. She is not on your level. She is not on your level. I repeat, Nikki, she's not on your level. Not on your level. Absolutely not. Megan Thee Stallion can never be on your level because you got here before her. How about that? Don't forget to like, to subscribe, hit the notification button, my darlings. And let me know in the comments what you think. Did I show you what I was wearing? Pair of jeans, simple. Let me move this to the side. There we go. It's just a simple pair of jeans. I love them because they're super long. So I always wear them with my platform heels, that kind of 70s vibe. And then the blouse, the gold mesh t-shirt is from WIGS. The weather is getting better again, so I'm out here in the streets. I'm going to go out for a little coffee with my girlfriends. And so I just thought, this is okay. What do you think, guys? All right, my loves. I'll see you sooner than later. All of my love.